Alright, people. Welcome back to my channel. And we are doing some more of this. Alright, so like we did earlier, we're still trying to work hard on the levels, so we're going to still do some guild bounties and some of that main quest with that guild. It's the main one. There we go. Still got one right there. Oh, this one was going here. 1 sec. Once again, I will answer any questions y'all have if y'all watching my video during the live stream. If not, then once again my mic could be muted until I get my own I get like a few comments here and there. But that's it.
Now who's this? I've grown so used to the same few drifters coming in for supplies and the contract board. A fresh face is a welcome thing. It's right beside me. The work's open to any and all. When a contract's done, they come to me for their pay. Oh, you want that contract, do you? Now you guard these ghastly things closely. Mind you, they're not suited for combat. They're for surgery and unnaturally sharp. Oh yes, well you'll need to collect the required number of spider stingers from spiders in Menethir. You won't have much trouble finding them, they're all over, which frankly is exactly the problem. All right now. Blade.
can I do for you? Well, I've waited so long for these. There are some things you simply cannot do with ordinary blades. Beautiful, exquisite things. Very well.
Yes? He only needed one name. The Carver. Like the wind, or the lightning, or the dawn. With his presence, a new age began. The kings of the south stood. They were the lords of the desert sea.
I'm sorry for the way I left Ironfast. The last time I saw my mother was the day she set off for these ruins. She came here and never returned. I thought maybe... But we must be going. Records speak of a sacred passage that leads to the forge. Yes, to reach the ancient forge, you must go through a sacred passage. Of course, I can't be certain. No one but Eamon himself has ever walked those halls. Lead on, Oathblade. Mother. Oh, there you are. She was so close. Look, that must be the sacred passage there. All right, let's do this. There's no hope. We've come all this way. For what? You and I are not Eamon. How can we ever hope to pass through that? Yes, but it can't be done. Try for yourself. Ancient magic bars the way.
Only those foreseen may enter here. Fate bars this path, and none may alter fate.
Did you hear it? It spoke. It spoke in my head. We aren't allowed through. Did you open that door? I came to and it was sealed shut and... What happened back there?
Approach, mortal. The hammer must be remade. The hammer. To the forge. You will know the way. The wisdom is within you.
It was all a blur and then you were gone. Never mind. No time. Look at it, how it shines. This is a weapon of legend. Held in Aegon's hands, it felled Niskaru by the score. But now we have our own legends to make. The Niskaru Lord Kamazondu is imprisoned in Cloudcrest Mountain, in the Hollowlands. As Beeson weaves his spell, something called the Niskaru Lord's Crown will emerge. Are you listening? It is not truly a crown, but emanations of the Niskaru Lord itself, as it emerges from the mountain. It cannot escape all at once, so if we can injure these first projections with the Mystic Hammer, we can close the door Beeson seeks to open. Cloudcrest Mountain looks over the southern Hollowlands, west of here. I will go to Ironfast Keep for reinforcements and meet you there. Yes, it lies south along the Hollowlands. I will be there with reinforcements. Make yourself ready. This will be a trial like none you've known. To the mountain then, and our final task.
In ancient times, the desert had no shade. The sun burned the land to ruin. The rivers disappeared, and the animals hid underground. The people cried to Helios for mercy, but he didn't answer their prayers. As the plants withered in the heat, the hollow lands echoed with the crackle of fires.
I could swear there was a lake here a moment ago. Where in blazes could it have gone? I'm not leaving until it appears again. Oh, look, a gazelle.
Look, Beeson has carved his own way into the mountain, and that will be our route as well. Let's go. Yes, the crown will emerge at Cloudcrest's summit. That's where Beeson will be.
Forsworn. Forsworn.
It's good to be back in the thick of it. Climb to the top. Show these wretches our sword arms. Defeat Beeson. Shouldn't be too hard now, should it? Oathblade.
We'll hold them back. You go on. Do what you came to do.
What have you done, you fool? You thought this war was over because you won a battle? Mortals cannot triumph against such malice. Do you know what preparations I have made? What long labors? What it will take to rebuild what you have destroyed? I will cut your flesh from your bones. You have doomed us all. Now die.
It seems I won't be stretching my limbs so soon. It is a shame that the mage proved so feeble an instrument of my will. Would that I had a better, stronger one. That is true. What a shame. I was nearly free after so long. But The seal is cracked, and my mind may now wander. Imagine what I could do if I had an instrument through which to act as well. Your glory is bright, little one. But in less than a blink of my eye, your candle will flicker and fade. A whiff of smoke, then nothing. But I will be here still. I will chuckle when you die. And when I am freed, I will laugh until the seas boil and the mountains shake. I will wait, but not for long.
To someone? Never mind. I saw it all from over there. You were like one of the first sworn in living flesh. When you're ready, head back to the Hall of the First Sworn. Don't keep us waiting there, all right? Yes, to the Hall. Just come, you'll see. Hall of the First Sworn. Don't delay.
Enter. stand before the Sworn. You have done great deeds. You have shined brightly as Caerwyn's blade and cleared the dust from our most glorious past. You have felled foes beyond imagining, and stayed true and sworn to war. Therefore, I proudly bestow upon you the high and treasured rank of True Sworn. With one hand, we remain sworn to war and the noble mercenary's creed. With the other, we shall keep watch and strike at every Niskaru threat. What is it? That such a madman exists proves only that there can be others. So many mysteries surround the founder of our order. Where he learned the secrets of forging and fighting. How he originally came to the Phalanx. Where he went, alone, in his last days. Traveling east, beyond Cluracon's eastern mountains.
We did it. You did it, I should say. You were like another Caerwyn. I still can't believe it. One of the first sworn stands before me, and I can call her friend. You've more than earned it. I know. I was there.
Is it true? You slayed a demon lord?
I am Castellan of Ironfast Keep. Good day, soldier. The world is better off without such men. From all I have heard, the title is well earned. Bear it proudly. I knew her mother well. I think that perhaps Gwyn has always been a hero, waiting for her tale to commence. You could not have found a better companion against this foe.
Is it true? You slayed a demon lord?
I've come all the way from Cluracon to see this True Sworn. The tales we've heard of your deeds, of Gwyn's deeds, and it seems that the tales are true. So he thought to end the war, did he? I wake and sleep upon the front, and I've never dreamt such a foolish dream.
A fine job of it all around. Now that was a display. We saw the fight in the end, though we were too late and too far to lend a hand. Never heard the ballads they sing of Gry and Brightelm? Ah, well, those were my days of youthful discretion. Now there's a feather for your cap, and well deserved at that.
Well, if they didn't want the hammer, then I'm gonna sell it.
Hello. Welcome. Do come in. You must forgive my lack of hospitality. The Maid of Windermere and her minions have left me in a bit of a situation. Creth and Airmer could offer no remedy, but perhaps your mortal ingenuity will prevail where others have failed. The maid paid me a visit this past evening. She and her accomplice, Nyx the Troll, stole my most prized cairns. All that work, and for what? With what I know, I should have expected an attack. Even this imprisonment spell, it is the same she used in the Ballad of Two Knights and a Troll. I can't recall the counterspell, of course, as that cairn was stolen. You must get them back, mortal. All of them. Especially the one you came for. Her nearest lair is Sunder Caverns, where her minion Nyx makes his home. It is a craggy pit in Haxie, east. See you soon.
Well, well. You truly fit Hallam's description. It's nice to finally gaze upon the new Sagril. I am Sir Airmer. This is my companion, Sir Creth. Ah. Welcome to Sunder Caverns. If you've come in search of the Maid of Windermere, I must disappoint you. She's nowhere to be found. You too? Well, I managed to find one, but there are plenty more. The maid had them. She was here one moment, but gone the next, as is her way. She did leave behind her old ally, Nyx the Troll, to give us a bit of trouble and slow our pursuit. Creth and I have fought Nyx more times than I dare count. You could say he's an old friend. If you're interested in joining our little hunting party, feel free. looking? We didn't expect to see you here. I imagine Tenwa has something to do with this. You're slowing us down. Watch yourself. That wasn't so terrible now, was it? Still, I'm baffled as to why Nyx was outside Sunder Caverns. It was surely not to play his part in the coming ballad. There's more going on here than Creth and I are party to, and I want to know what. We'll speak again back at the House of Ballads. And Sagrel, thank you. These are times of change, and we all must be on our guard. Well, you wish to know about the storyteller? Ha! Not even I know the ballads of Hallam the White. His telling is the most secret of all, and he's worked hard to keep it so. Well, that being said, I have complete trust in his judgment, even about you. I am Sir Aylmer at your service. My oath-bond brother and knight-hand Creth and I were the knights who returned the flaming sword of Ryderk. I believe that there is no higher calling than the House of Ballads. We are all that stands between glory and complete anonymity. He is my shadow, always there when I need him, and his courage never falters. We are one. When ballads call for Sir Aylmer, Sir Creth will be close behind. It was the fabled blade used to beat back the Balgan during an incursion many seasons ago. Creth and I still argue over which of us the blade truly belonged to. Goodbye.
Excellent, but you've returned without the most important cairn of all. Troubling, but this is a challenge for later. For now, you must break this cursed spell. As you've no doubt noticed, those cairns are warded and will not reveal their secrets. They will, however, last an eternity, perhaps even longer. Those cairns are like lore stones, but special. They're enchanted, and the only way to unlock their contents is to use the Echo Stone. The one in the next room is one of Hallam's early attempts, but it should work. Go listen to Two Knights and a Troll. Find the words that will free me from this prison. It is a magical shrine, specially created to hold the... See you soon.
May the stone sing your song to the ages. May the breath of time remember you. Listen. Listen as the Echo Stone etches each ballad in memory. The story of two valiant souls I bring, of the lords named Aylmer and Creth I sing. Two hearts united against common foes, the thoughts of one in mind, the other knows. Lord Creth of knights, most stoic and grave, Lord Aylmer's hand and shadow the brave.
and gentle Eremer his equal in might. Dawn to Creth's dusk, day to his night. Here is the tale of how they stalked a troll. The Maid of Windermere corrupted its soul. The troll named Nyx had a most troubled heart. In nature was it displeased with its part. It hated its difference from the norm, and wished to shed its current form. In grief it went to the Maid of Windermere. She motioned to Nyx and beckoned him near. "It is your wish to be human, I see," she whispered to the troll in glee. "I shall grant your wish and make you so. You are a human now," she cackled. "Go." And so the troll named Nyx to town it came, never suspecting it was still the same. It crushed the road and split the wall, and Creth and Eremer were sure to fall. They faced the troll and fought to no avail. The wise knights knew what was wrong in our tale. The treacherous Maid of Windermere at play. We know in part what is wrong with this fay. And so Lord Eremer shouted to Lord Creth, "Challenge this troll to a duel to the death." The troll still under the wicked maid's spell, and was human, it thought, and all was well. Rampaged throughout the countryside in joy, treating all as toys. Lord Eremer slowly approached him and said, "If you are human, deal as such instead. Face us if that is your fate. Duel us and reveal the truth of your state." Then the troll and fae did battle and fought. Alas, all was not as the troll had thought. After he had won, Lord Creth said to Nyx, with a mind to ease and a will to fix, "You are a troll, and that is good, my friend. You have no faults, no wrong to mend. But if it be your wish to join their kind, a better way you must find. There is naught wrong with following your will, as long as it does not bring others ill." Again the heroes of honor stayed true. The story of a troll, and the knights too.
Hello. Did you discover the words to the counterspell? I thought that was it. Apparently not. Are you ready to speak the counterspell?
That's it. That's it.
Hear me, and don't forget a word. What Hallam feared is coming to pass. Somehow, using a new and twisted magic, the Maid of Windermere hopes to alter the telling. At this moment, she possesses the single most important song in our canon, the hero and the maid. If its story changes, we are all at risk. You must warn the House of Ballads. Time is running out for all of us. Go find Wenson and Hallam. It may already be too late. I will sing of you, my friend.
You may search the Empire 10 times over, but you will not find your beloved Wenson, nor his foolish Court of Enchantments. They, like you, are mine. Dream of me, lovely, for we shall be together soon. The time is coming.
Greetings. Good. You are well. The same cannot be said of the king, nor of the Court of Enchantments. In my absence, the maid has taken them all. Tenwa says that the greatest of ballads, the hero and the maid, was not recovered. This song, above all the others, must be found. You have acted as our agent thus far, Sagril. Do you continue to stand by us? With all our heroes gone, you may very well be our last light in the darkness. In that ballad, King Wenson defeats the Maid of Windermere, once and for all. He confesses his love to trick her into an embrace. It is close enough for him to strike. If the maid is truly altering our ballads towards more favorable outcomes for her and her minions, then she could rewrite her own demise. She could avoid it altogether. You are no stranger to death, so you must have felt it. The fall of all magic. I have foreseen it for seasons, and as I am not one to stand by, I chose to act. With a small group of dedicated individuals, fey and mortal alike, I set about preparing a way for the great songs of the Summer Court to find permanence. The cairns are the result of this effort. They are magic, but magic that will not fade. I knew I could count on you. In the face of uncertainty, your loyalty has proven steadfast. It is no use for us to combat the Maid of Windermere when we do not understand her new magic. There is only one man I know who might shed light on our ignorance. His name is Father Eter. He is a monk and an alchemist, and a trusted friend. Eter may have the answers we seek. Father Eter watches over a small Almain mission in the southeast, St. Edric's. You will know it by the ruins on the hill. Go, find Eter.
Welcome to St. Edric's. Welcome to St. Edric's. You're here to meet with Father Eter, yes? The Father's always playing host to interesting individuals such as yourself. His quarters are on the second floor of the mission bunkhouse. Most of his days are spent inside working on his research. I don't understand a word of it. No, I knew that they were arguing, but I never imagined that it would lead to murder. It's enough to make a man question his faith. Father Eter and his apprentice Brother Wolf, they were inseparable, like a true father and son. It was a shared love of alchemy that brought them together. But since their work repairing the village well, they've been acting tense, even hostile. Just this morning I saw Eter fetching water, but now he's gone. Mitharu save us all. You're free to search the bunkhouse. Please, if you can shed any light on this tragedy, we'll do all we can to assist you. Father Eter and his apprentices conducted many experiments. He had a strong interest in alchemy and the magic of other races. There's proof of it everywhere. Goodbye. Welcome to St. Edric's.
Stay back. I don't know who you are or how you found me, but you will not have the crystals. They are mine. Don't make me kill another. I had no choice. It was trying to destroy the crystals. He didn't understand that we'd been chosen, that the crystals wanted us to possess them. The strange woman was right. She knew the crystals' power. That's why she wanted them, but we told her nothing. When she left, Father dropped the crystals back into the well, but they sang to me, told me to kill him and rescue them. Their voices, so beautiful. She was a fae, quite beautiful. Called herself the Maid of Windermere. Father Ritter was suspicious of her kindness and threw the crystals down the well. It was his idea to lie when the maid asked him about the crystal's properties, its strength, endless questions, but he told her nothing. I haven't found it yet. I was searching the well tunnels when I was attacked by kobolds. Nasty things. Father Ritter did something to the crystal. Hid it by way of magic. Priest using magic. Unforgivable. The crystals give off a glorious music. Can you not hear? It speaks to me. I've spent hours playing my whistle and watching the crystals shimmer with joy. Father Ritter believed that the magic within the crystals responded to the tones and rhythms of song, almost as if they were a living thing. And who will hold me accountable? You? The crystal does not fear you, so neither do I. Get out of here.
to Hallam the White and his pet to expose my plans. You will regret ever joining the House of Ballads. You'll have to try better than that, beloved. I keep secrets for a reason. I wanted the mission's crystals, but the mortal and his boy would not cooperate. But I always find a way to get what I desire. Don't we all? I am known as the Maid of Windermere, but that is all you shall learn this day. Winston is with me, and he will stay with me until I deem it fit to return him. If the House of Ballads wishes to have its king, it must send its greatest warrior. Since I have all of them, that leaves you. Come, I wish to collect you as well. I will be waiting.
This is not just about the court anymore. You have roused the maid's interest, and it is clear she wishes to add you to her collection. We must do as she commands, but we will be prudent in how we proceed. This ballad, The Champion, is one to be undertaken with great caution. So, Sagrul, are you ready to make the preparations and depart? Now is the time. I cannot foresee the outcome of these events, Sagrul. This version of the telling has never been told. I can hardly bear to think of what is coming. You must do all you can to preserve the House of Ballads, even as the maid tempts you with her promises of freedom. We have a responsibility to what has come before. She covets King Wenson and always has, by taking the whole Court of Enchantments. She is sending a strong message. Revenge is now what she desires most. There is more. There is you. The maid is a curious sort, one whose interest is easily aroused. Your presence has altered the telling, and she wishes to learn why. It is a tragic ballad of a knight who entered the maid's kingdom, only to fall prey to her enchantments. His name was Sir Elswin, and he had the best of intentions. Elswin gloriously overcame Windermere's defenses, but it was on the edge of the Weeping Gorge that the maid came to him and clouded his thoughts. Now he stands forever as the maid's lone champion, defender at the gates. All who wish to enter the kingdom of Windermere must go through him. Then it is time. You are the last knight of the House of Ballads. You represent all that we've been through, all that we are, in this telling and all those to come. There is little you can do to prepare for the journey ahead, but take another resurrection potion like the one you used to save Ferrara. You may need it. This is all I can offer you. The rest of the story is yours to tell. One can always find what is sought if the desire is strong enough. Venture northeast of the House of Ballads, and you will find your way. You are our last hope, Sagrul.
You've come. Wise. Wiser than those other fools in the House of Ballads. It is their inability to see beyond themselves that has brought them to this end. This is my realm, and any who seek to cross it must first face my challenges. The Wall of Thorns awaits. I am not of the Summer Court, but a flower of the bleak winter, and I desire the one thing that the chill of immortality cannot provide: love. As it is in the telling, so it will be for you. Only a true knight of the House of Ballads may pass beyond the wall, and every true knight needs armor. Tell me, beloved, are your tales worth a minstrel's breath, or are you just dust waiting to fall?
Look who it is, Creth. Hallam the White has sent his right hand to tear at Our Lady's good name. You are interrupting a duel for the ages. There can only be one Windermere champion, and it shall be me. Of course, Creth has never been one to concede gracefully. Need our armor? Is this a jest? You will never impress the maid. She is only interested in true knights of the realm. Perhaps you can help us choose, Sigrel. Creth and I were just fighting over who should be the maid's true champion. Unless you believe yourself worthy of such an honor, then by all means challenge one of us to a duel. The prize, your sought-after armor. Indeed, I must confess, this was the outcome I desired. Shall we?
You have chosen. The maid can only have one champion. Goodbye.
The kingdom cursed by Maid's dread hand, when all were doomed to sleep, the lovely Bell-maid rescued all, despite her cause to weep. And why—
Well, I grow more impressed with every head you lay before me. Well done. You rival even Sir Elswyn in your foolish arrogance. You may have passed the Wall of Thorns, but the Weeping Gorge proposes its own unique challenges. He was captain of the Royal Windermere Guard, and my staunchest defender. His body lies below where it fell. I mourn him in my own way. Like all the elders, little phantoms hiding behind the victories of the past, weak minds are the easiest to control, and those two are mine now. It is what prevents my enemies from simply marching into my kingdom and feeding it to the flame. To raise the bridge, one must defeat its guardian, the legendary Sir Elswyn. Only then will the path make its way open to you. Alas, Sir Elswyn has been killed, as goes the story. This time I fear he's staying quite dead. Another terrible price of our waning magic. Pity.
I have you right where I— Wait! What's the meaning of this? Who are you and where is my opponent? Oh! I see what happened. Blast! Perhaps next time. I was once a grand knight in the clan of Isa, but misfortune befell me when I believed the lies of the witch. She lured me, wooed me, honored me, promised me power. I became the champion and protector of her castle. That did not last long. She tired of my service and my love. Just look at the result. A great sword to the throat, how else? It was gloriously bloody, if I recall. The champion had been told to end my service to the maid. Really? I don't think so, Dustling.
Stop! Enough, mortal. You presume too much. This song does not belong to you. There can only be one champion, and his name is Sakreth. You had the looks of a brash coward from the start. I had a feeling it would come to this. Goodbye.
You are brave. No mortal has ever set foot in my domain. Isn't it wondrous? I've spent centuries whispering my wishes to the earth, the trees. The crystal has made it so. Never before has there been one worthy of sharing it with me. Do you fancy yourself a ruler? Join me and my enchanted beasts in this, the autumn of my kind. I do not doubt it. You have the taste for blood and willingness to sacrifice, even if it is the lives of others you sacrifice. Hallam has seen it, and I dream of little else. The tale of the Fae enters its final telling. All the old songs will perish with their heroes, and a new era will begin. And while the end is near, it has yet to be written. You are the harbinger of change our people have long feared, and with you lies our legacy. Whatever I desire, it makes possible. I wanted to change the ballads, and I have done it. I wanted Wenson, and he is mine. The Prismere makes it so. Those who seek to be my subjects, to serve me in every way. The wild fae you see before you are under an enchantment. This keeps them docile. You are safe here so long as you do not anger my friends. They will pay you no mind. But some advice. Keep your weapons sheathed. Wenson waits for you in my castle, but only a fool would simply invite you in. And I am no fool. I have been part of this story for too long. This village is my legacy, how the world will remember me when all the courts have fallen. Below, my army prepares to wipe clean the songs of yore. You could lie beside me in the waning days, but if rescuing Wenson is what fate has written for you, then you will find him, and you will find me.
Welcome. You're not at all what I expected. I am Sagril, Chancellor of Windermere. She said you were beautiful, although I have noticed that she has peculiar tastes. You're just in time. Our little army is building up quite nicely. I was beginning to fear that we'd actually have to execute the lady's plans, ludicrous as they are. Of course you are. Forgive me. I often forget that my time with the House of Ballads is past. Now I am but a prisoner of the Maid. You all are. You see, this place, it's calm. It is only an illusion. The Maid uses her strange crystals to pacify the beasts, just as she enchants our friends. We must destroy the crystals to earn our freedom, but they are invisible to all but the Maid. It is her song that calls them. The crystals are hidden around the village and forest of Summer's End. You cannot see them with the naked eye. They appear only when summoned by a musical tone. You must hurry.
dark of Ammon's meek, and crept through summer's end, to break the seal of magic's veil, Auror's love she'd pretend. Seduced by Belmaid's false love, Sir Auror let her through. Then Belmaid did cloak herself, when castle she did view. Around the castle were the Fae, who lulled to sleep from song. The maid would make an army here, some hundreds, thousands strong. And like the rakish Sir Sagrel, Belmaid snuck through entranced glade, and found the source of evil there, a crystal of the maid.
Come in. Quite a display, my friend. It makes me proud to share a name. You made quick work of the maid's army. The lady herself, however, will prove more formidable. Take this. It's the key to the village bell house. That bell rings with the same tone as the flute, only louder. So loud it can be heard across these high mountains. The toll will break the enchantment on the maid's castle. Then you will have your chance. It may be your last. And now I am free. I would like you to have this. It's a talisman. I have no need of it where I am going. May your gods protect you.
Welcome to my home, beloved. I hope it suits your fancy, for you will never leave it. I loathe this rock. Its chilled corridors and dripping ceilings, its whispering haunts of a past long dead. I no more wish to be the queen of this castle as I do to return to it again and again. I will escape its legacy. That is a promise. The fates of Creth and Aermer are on your head, my love. Those good knights were victims of this decaying pattern, sacrifices to the House of Ballads. As for the others, they will fulfill their roles shortly. Each has been saved, freed from their well-worn paths. They walk a new road now. My road. Wenson is here, along with his Court of Enchantments. The great halls and corridors echo with their voices, of the ancient stories told and forgotten. It is time to begin anew, for we write the final chapter of the House of Ballads. Only when the memory of ancient glories has faded can new glory be forged. Everything you see, the castle and all that resides in it, could be yours. That includes my love. Consider it.
And to the dawn, and to the echoed dusk, I, the king of ancient ballads, scepter of this house, and the falcon of Detir, annihilator of Elkmar, and on, languish in a sanctified seat. We will hear no more from broken sages.
Sagril, you've come at last. It's time to cross swords with one worthy of your talents. You have caused the maid much grief, and that saddens me. Luckily, your death will provide her much pleasure. I've seen the world as it could be. A realm where I can be what I choose, go where I choose. The maid has enchanted me with her truth. I honor the Emerald Lady with every head I lay at her feet. Yours is next.
Look at this, Olaine. The maid's old keep still has vermin lurking in its shadows. Tell me, Sagril, is there a reason we shouldn't exterminate you? I was offered a new telling. One where I no longer bowed to the will of a man who is in every way my inferior. For the first time, I was given a choice. Strong words from the wee babe. Let's see if your blade is as sharp as your tongue.
At last you've come. The maid has made her sick fantasy a reality. Everything she was has been warped by the Prismere crystal she holds so dear. It is difficult to tell if she controls it, or if it controls her. We must escape this place. The telling has failed us, Sagril. Nothing is certain. If we must. But I fear I have no role in this song now. We are far beyond what is familiar. The maid will be in the courtyard, where our ballad finds its end. Come, I will show you. Perhaps then I will find the courage that is required. It's not far. Follow me. I've been in this castle more. It's not far. Stop! Sagar, wait! Go no farther! I can't do this. I can't. You must understand. Every time I have faced the Maid of Windermere, we've both dangled by the strings of fate, puppets in the telling. Now she is free of those bonds. I would not even know how to face her. Before, my victory was assured. I have never known failure. This story is yours now, my friend. Take the King's token. You are the only one left worthy of possessing it. It was you she wanted all along.
We meet in the flesh at last. It is a pity our relationship ends here. I was beginning to think we had a future, as creatures of common purpose. All you have witnessed was for me alone. It was justice. Imagine a lifetime of bondage 100 times over, and you will know my suffering. You, though, you are special. You are one capable of comprehending such concerns. We too, we are misunderstood. So they say, but you and I both have seen the coming fire, a change the likes of which no fae, summer or winter, has ever seen. The telling will never cease, but the ballads that make up its grand design will wither and fade, and new ones will blossom on the vine. Perhaps, but you and I are the same. We challenge the past and strive to rewrite the future. We are singing the greatest song of all. The Tuatha have taught me that power only comes with the willingness to destroy, to begin anew and tell new stories. And in Prismeer, they have found the means to do so. I weep for what might have been. You and I, side by side, wielding the power of the crystal. But there can only be one hero. For reasons you do not understand. You have seen the world as I have, as a realm of limitless potential. We usher in a new season, you and I. One where we rule the House of Ballads side by side. The Maid of Windermere is finished playing the villain. Now go. I shall prepare a place for you. Our telling is whatever we wish to make it. Come, my love. It is time we returned to the House of Ballads and assumed the mantle of leadership. This is our time. With the fall of the Winter Court, there's much to be done to renew our influence across the Phalanx. We will start here in the Court of Enchantments. New songs will be sung, new heroes will rise. You and I shall choose whose name is remembered after all the fires go out. This is the season of a new telling, one in which you and I shape the narrative to satisfy our desires. It is a new dawn, my love. I pity Wenson, for in the end all of his posturing did not amount to courage. Behind his sweet facade was the sweet smell of nothingness, simply vapor. In time, that role will lose all meaning. I now rule the House of Ballads. We will find a new name on which to hang our sorrows.
I decided to spare her because these people are kind of crazy.
The hero returns. But to what? You have, and the remnants of the telling scatter in your wake. Your presence here was the change I saw coming. It was the looming death on the horizon. I do not blame you, Sagrul. This world, this Amalur, is a realm of mortals. A kingdom of dust for transient souls on their way from one life to another. It is not a Fey world. It is not my world. Perhaps you and the maid will find reassurance in this volatility. I cannot. I will remain here to serve this house, as has been my role for many seasons. Now, as it was then, I am a servant of the House of Ballads. It is a popular tale, featuring the Summer Court's most treasured rogue. One afternoon, Sagrul, his head sleepy with wine and dreams of women, awoke to a terrible roar. The treacherous Maid of Windermere, villain of the House of Ballads, was summoning forth a beast from beneath the earth. She wished to send it against Swenson himself. When the maid departed, Sagrul tread into the beast's lure and killed it, only to realize that it was simply the first of many deadlier enemies. What a song.
You are not worthy of this place. I wish not to speak with one who burns his own house.
Yes, Chancellor. I wish only to serve. Only the greatest heroes of their glory unites all. Goodbye.
You and I were meant to rule together. Otherwise, the telling wouldn't have given us the freedom to do it. Seasons pass, and finally the world changes.
The House of Ballads is no more.
The loss of King Wenson saddens me. What has become of the telling?
Well, there you go. Well, alright, people. This will be an end of the live stream. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.